I just have a couple of brief comments to make, and we're going to continue on with the program. It has been my honor of my lifetime to serve all the residents and taxpayers here in our city, both as a councilman, council president, and now mayor. Through a multitude of needs, wants, and requirements, we have navigated through all of it with success. I'm sure some folks in this position would love to take credit for it all, but you know I could never do that. I have said and will continue to say that this is a team effort. Firstly, Mayor Mark needs and deserves to be recognized for his strong leadership, vision, and guidance over these past 18 years. Danbury has grown and flourished. Even through some of the most difficult years, Danbury is the example to which other cities try to emulate because of Mark's foresight, hard work, and determination. So if we could all just give Mark a hand. What an incredible 5 months it's been to be the mayor of this great city. I came into this position rather suddenly on December 16th, 2020. The next morning, a 14-inch snowstorm welcomed me to my first day in office as the mayor of the city of Danbury. Snowstorms and power outages caused robocalls throughout the winter, and at the same time, our region was experiencing another COVID-19 spike similar to those we experienced throughout 2020. There was lots of hope and some anxiety revolving around the vaccine rollout, COVID-19 testing, as well as the uncertainties surrounding the upcoming presidential administration changes. There is no doubt our hopper was full, but mostly with good things, but full nonetheless. We needed to get our residents vaccinated. We needed to get our school children back into class. We needed to get their teachers and staff vaccinated. We needed to hire a fire chief. We needed to expand school space via the Career Academy, followed by creating a budget in the second year of a pandemic. We're currently working on a permanent, non-congregate homeless shelter that would adequately and compassionately meet the needs of those who have fallen on hard times due to some life event or the wide path of disruption this pandemic has caused. These were all top priorities. Under the acting health director, Carol Prunty, and her team's leadership, we took a normal operating city health department and transformed it into a first-class vaccine clinic with military-like attributes and adaptability. To date, they have administered 18,000 vaccinations. We partnered with the Community Health Center, State of Connecticut, Danbury Fair Mall, the National Guard, all under the coordination of our health director, emergency management director, and mayor's office staff, which enabled 1,000 people a day to get vaccinated at the Danbury Fair Mall site. In the past 5 months, we've done some amazing things, and thankfully our city has weathered this pandemic. We have embarked on the largest paving program in years. We have approved the borrowings to build a career academy. Our COVID-19 numbers are declining. Our children, even though it's hybrid, are back in school and will be in school full-time in person in the fall. We had to hire a fire chief, and we were fortunate to hire Chief Kevin Ford as an interim fire chief retired from the Yonkers Fire Department, who has just been a wonderful addition to the Danbury Fire Department, and even though it's temporary, has done some wonderful things in his 4 months there for us to get us back on track. Today we interviewed a fire chief candidate who has the qualifications to command the best fire department in the state of Connecticut, and I'm proud to say we'll be making the announcement very soon on his job posting. Our downtown sidewalk replacement has begun. We adopted an annual budget that is responsible and has had a zero impact on the already pandemic-stressed taxpayer. I am grateful to the Danbury Republican Town Committee for their continued support, led by Chairman Mike Sofrenic, To the Danbury City Council members led by Council President Vinnie DiGiulio, Majority Leader Warren Levy, Legislative Leader Irving Fox, Minority Leader Paul Rotello, and Minority Legislative Leader Fred Visconti. I say thank you for your support of the causes and the challenges that we face as a community, as community leaders, and the work you do every day on behalf of our citizens. With that said, and so much more to really say, I'm going to cut to the point of us being here tonight. It's been with much consideration and deliberation. While it has been a pleasure to serve Danbury in this position, being retired and working part-time in a capacity for Danbury is what I truly like, and I like it the most. I will not be seeking the office of mayor this November, but I am not going very far. I will be asking for your support to return to the City Council as a councilman at large in the November election. Special thanks goes out to my wife Liz for her support through all of this and understanding, along with the mayor's office staff who have been my team these past 5 months with Elisa, Taylor, Mark, and Jonathan, lending me immeasurable support to get this job done here in City Hall. Dean Esposito has done an outstanding job working as my chief of staff for both me and Mayor Mark. Dean's institutional knowledge of Danbury goes above and beyond that of most because of his experience as a longtime city councilman, town clerk, and chief of staff since 2016. He's worked for 2 mayors now. Dean has the patience, understanding, and the ability to get the job done, and he works closely with me in all facets of city government, just as he did with Mayor Mark. It would only be logical, in order to keep the success that we have achieved throughout all these years in a forward direction, that I announce my full support of Dean Esposito as candidate for the mayor of the city of Danbury.
Wow, that's a hard act to follow, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming this evening. My name's Dean Esposito, and I'm running for mayor for the great city of Danbury. First, I'd like to take a moment to thank 2 special people, former Mayor Mark Boughton and current Mayor Joe Cavo. Both these gentlemen believed in me and my tasks, and let me be honored with working in both administrations. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last 25 years, I've served the residents of the city of Danbury as a councilman, as a town clerk, and as the chief of staff. Thank you. I was born and raised here. Grew up here a stone throw away on Mountainville Road. My mom was a nurse. My dad was the state representative for the city of Danbury. I graduated from Danbury schools. With my wife Sharon, we've raised our family here. Sharon's been by my side through thick and thin for the past 30 years. Yep, next week we'll be celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary. As many of you may know, we've been in Brookfield for the past few years. Now that we are empty nesters, we're looking to downsize. We're back in the city where I was born and raised, Danbury. This has been a difficult and challenging time for all of us. COVID-19 has changed our country, our state, and our city. As Chief of Staff overseeing city operations, I work with Mayor Joe and Mayor Mark to make sure the families and businesses are protected from this pandemic. Excuse me. In my own life, I've faced challenges as well. At a young age, I was diagnosed with a learning disability, dyslexia, something I worked many years to overcome. And this is part of it. I feel pretty good. I mention it because this is a time of uncertainty, of fear, and of challenges everywhere. I faced it all. I have the experience, the drive, and the courage to stand with our entire community and face our challenges head on. As our next mayor, we'll work to build a new Danbury Career Academy for our students. We'll continue our paving programs, and we'll invest in our roads and bridges and sidewalks. But most importantly, we'll invest in our people by launching new programs and new ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Danbury Dean Esposito, and I'm running for mayor. I gotta tell you, that last line was supposed to really wow you, but it didn't come out so good. But I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Joe Cava and Liz. Joe stepped up during a time where we needed him the most. You know, he came off the couch, I would say, from retirement to fill a void that was unfortunate but was good for our former mayor, Mark Boughton, who we're so proud of as our commissioner. Mark taught me a lot. Joe taught me a lot. And I'm just going to tell you that from this point forward, I'm going to put forth a full force campaign to win this position so I can continue representing the city and the people of the city. Thank you very much.